Good afternoon. We're here for Friday of Wellness Week. I'm here for the lunchtime yoga break, and it's just an opportunity to get up and move and do a little bit of yoga flow. And if you haven't done yoga before, don't worry, if you have to look at the screen or when this video is aired, you can even go back to it and practice it. We're going to be doing a little bit of those sun salutes, a little bit of warrior, a little bit of just relaxing and child's pose, a little bit of stretch too, and then a mini meditation sort of at the end. Just a little few minutes to just kind of close your eyes. So what I'm going to have everyone do is come to the end of your mat. And I just want you to kind of spread your toes. Everybody should be barefoot. So just check your feet. Do you have socks on? Take your socks off if they are, because they'll just slip you, and we don't want you to slip. Let's take a deep breath in, reach all the way up to the ceiling. You can bring your palms together. And you're going to exhale, bring your arms down by your side, and bring your hands down to the floor. You'll want to make sure you soften your knees. And I'm going to have you just step back. Doesn't matter which leg you step back with first, and then step the other one. You're going to press your tail to the ceiling and press your heels down towards the floor into down dog. And I want you to push yourself forward. And this may be where you drop your knees. And then you're just going to lower yourself down to the floor till your belly hits the mat. And then push to up dog or baby cobra. If you're not up quite as high, you're baby cobra. If you push up a little bit higher, you can go right into up dog. Then curl your toes, push back into down dog. And then just walk or step your feet forward. And we're going to go back into that fold. Let's do that a couple of times just so you're familiar with it, because we're going to do it a few times through our little practice here. Hands down to the ground, step back. And every time you repeat this, you're going to feel yourself move it a little more smoothly. Press into down dog, then push forward into plank. Lower your knees if you need, and then lower yourself down to the floor. Deep breath. And curl those toes back to down dog. And then walk or step forward into fold. Inhale the breath, reach all the way up. Exhale, let's do it one more time. And then I'm going to add in. Take a step back. Both feet, press your tail to your ceiling. Feel that stretch through your shoulders and the stretch down the back of your legs. Then push forward into plank. Drop your knees again if you need. Lower your body down. Press. Inhale. And then exhale, push back into down dog. This time I'm going to have you bring your right leg forward. And you're just going to place the hands right beside your foot on each side. And your back foot stays there. Let's take our arms and sweep up to the ceiling into crescent lunge. And you can bring your palms together and go back a little bit further. If you need, if that's too much for the lower body, you can even bring yourself down to a kneeling lunge. Then release your hands to the floor and step back and go back into down dog. We're going to switch sides. Left foot forward. Reset. One hand on each side of your foot. Take your arms, sweep up to your ceiling, and palms together a little more into that back bend. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Press yourself back into down dog. Let's take our right leg and reach all the way up towards the ceiling. And then release all the way back down. Left leg, reach all the way up to the ceiling. And back down. I'm going to have you drop your knees to the floor, sit back into child's pose. Curl your toes and bring yourself back into down dog. We're going to go through that sun salute one more time. And bring yourself into plank. This time maybe you want to stay on your toes and lower yourself down. And then inhale and press to up dog. Curl your toes, you're back to down dog. And either step, walk, or jump yourself forward. Stay in your fold. Take a deep breath, and on your inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Sit back as if there's an imaginary chair behind you, creating the nice strong lightning bolt in your body. Take a deep breath, reach all the way up. Reach all the way up to the ceiling, just like we started, and then I'm going to have you sit back into chair. Try to brace your core. And then inhale and reach all the way up. Let's do that one more time. Back into chair. And then reach all the way back up, and we're coming back into our fold. Step or jump back. Let's bring ourselves back into down dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Lower yourself down. Press. Always come back to our familiar sun salute. Curl your toes, and you're back to down dog. You're just going to lift your right leg and then bring the knee in and just step the foot kind of halfway between your hands and your foot. Now I'm going to have you drop your left foot down, so pivot sideways. And you're just going to fold in. So you extend through your right leg, fold your body in. Try to relax through your shoulders. This is your pyramid. Take a deep breath or two or three. Then we're going to bend our right leg, hands secure on the floor, step back into down dog. Let's bring our left leg all the way up and then bend and step just halfway between your back foot and your hands. Drop your right heel down. Extend through the left leg just enough to fold your body forward into pyramid on the other side. Just relax. Feel the release in your upper back. Feel the release down the back of your left leg. And then we're going to take our left leg, send it back, find down dog. Let's lower our knees down to the floor and sit back into child's pose. Curl your toes. Let's do our sun salute. Extend up to down dog. Push your body forward into plank. Knees down if you still need. Lower the body to the ground. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, curl toes back to down dog. And then lower yourself back down to your knees. Sit back in child's pose. Let's bring ourselves all the way up to all fours. And take your right arm forward on our left leg back. And release. Let's try our left side. Reach. Inhale. Exhale. Let's try it again. Right arm forward, left leg back. Inhale. And exhale, release. Left arm, reach. And exhale, release. One more time. Right arm forward, left leg back. Release. And one more time on your left side. Left arm forward, right leg back. And then from here, I'm going to have you bring it into a half bow. And I'm going to give you two options. You can bend your right leg, bring your left arm and reach back and try to grab the inside of your foot. And then you're going to gently lift. If that's just too much, you're going to bring your right leg back and just take your left arm and reach all the way back towards the wall behind you. Just hold for a moment as you breathe. And then bring your left hand back down. Bring your right knee in. And let's bring our left leg out and our right arm forward. And let's do that on this side. Take your hand, reach back. Can you grab the foot on the inside? And you might find one side you can. One side is just a little bit more challenging. If you need the option, reach it all the way back. And just breathe. Bring our right hand, that is, back to the ground, knees right under your hips, and we're going to roll ourselves up. I'm going to have you bring both hands to your hips, and I want to bring a little openness into your hips, openness into your chest, and engage your core. So we're going to start going into our camel pose. So from here, you can take your left arm and reach all the way up. Now, if you feel like you can go a little bit more on the stronger side, you can take your right hand and reach down to the heel, use it as support, and breathe as you hold. Deep breath in. And then let's release, and let's try the other side. Right arm reaches up, use your left hand for support. And then if you feel like you can go strong on this side as well, bring your left hand down to your heel, reach up towards the ceiling, Press your hips forward. Definitely a good position for us to work after we've maybe been at a computer all day. And release out. Let's just take both arms and reach all the way up. Drive your hips forward. Inhale. And then exhale. And we're going to bring our hands back to the floor. Curl your toes back to down dog. And let's just hold down dog for a moment. Feel that work through your shoulders. Take a deep breath. And on the inhale, I want you to fold or bring yourself forward into plank. Lower yourself down, elbows tucked by your side, press the ground. Inhale, up dog, curl your toes. Exhale, back to down dog. Let's take our right leg all the way up to the ceiling. And then I'm going to have you bring your right leg, tuck it underneath. You're going to bend the leg, tuck it under, place it on the ground right underneath your hips as you relax your hips towards the floor. Keep yourself upright. You're going to just walk your hands back just a little bit at a time to deepen the stretch in your front glute here. Now take your left arm or your right arm and reach all the way up to the ceiling using your left hand for support. You might feel that you get a little more intensity in the stretch. And then on exhale, I want you to bring your right arm over towards the left side. Get a little side bend. Release the right hand. Use the ground for security. Press both hands into it. Tuck and take the right leg back into down dog. Again, feel that release. And then we're going to take our left leg, lift all the way up to the ceiling. You can bend it as you pull it in, tuck it under your hips. Right leg extends back. Walk your hands back to sit upright. And take a few breaths. Now take your right arm, reach all the way up to the ceiling, get a nice stretch. And now side bend. And then release. Bring both hands back to the floor. Press into down dog. Let's go through our sun salute. Nice and slow and strong, forward into plank. Lower the knees if you need. Lower the body to the ground. Once again, we're not about strong today. We are just trying to move our bodies, curl our toes, and get ourselves a little warmer. Press back to down dog. And either step, walk, or jump your legs forward, right by your hands. Deep breath in. Inhale. We're going to reach all the way up to the ceiling. And bring your arms right by your side. I want you to just find mountain pose. So think about spreading your toes. Stand up nice and tall. Good posture. Let's go back into our extended mountain pose and then exhale and fold. And I want you to relax here for just a moment. Bend your knees. Try to release as much tension. We're going to bring in our warriors here. So let's step, jump, or walk your legs back. Press into down dog. It's just for a happy place. Bring ourselves back into our sun salute and bring ourselves down to our vinyasa. Up dog. Curl your toes and press into down dog. Now we're going to take our left leg. Reach it up just enough to get a little momentum to bring your left foot all the way forward towards your hands. You're in a low lunge here. Just recognize that you're trying to find a little bit of strong in your lower body. Take your right foot and pivot it out and bring your heel down to the ground. Let's bring ourselves into warrior one. So different from our crescent lunge, we want to try to square our hips to the wall we're facing. Reach our arms up to the ceiling. And you also want to push your energy to the back foot. So you're really planting the foot and feeling really secure in your position. Now open up towards the front and bring ourselves into warrior two. So we're squaring our hips towards the front of the room. Arms are reaching strong out to the side walls. Now take a deep breath in and we're going to drop our right arm down. towards our right leg. Let it slide down the leg and reach our left arm over. Feel a good stretch. And then I'm going to have you come back to the warrior two. You're staying somewhat strong. Arms reach, and then I want you to bring yourself right into squat. Just hold and breathe. We got to do the other side, but we're going to work from the other side of the mat to do it. So I'm going to have you pivot your right foot. Bring your hands down to the mat, and you're going to step in and roll yourself up. Find your extended mountain. Let's start from the beginning. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Step or jump back. And find your way into down dog. And then push yourself forward, strong in your core, into plank. Lower the knees down, lower the body down on the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, curl the toes, back to down dog. This time you're going to take your right foot and bring it forward, right between the hands. Now you may need to reposition it once it gets there. And then take your left foot and drop the heel down, anchor it to the ground, square the hips to the front wall, and when you're ready, sweep the arms to your ceiling. Try to fight for that squareness of the hips. Arms reach up, hold on, brace core. Feeling some strong in your lower body. Open up towards the front. This is where your hips are squared towards the front of the room. Drop in, arms reach actively to find your posture here. And on your exhale, I want you to bring yourself into Sun Warrior. Reach all the way over to the side walls. And then I want you to bring yourself back to Warrior Two. And then find your way into that wide squat. Take 4 full deep breaths. You're almost done. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. You're going to fold yourself forward, hands to the floor. Relax your knees. Relax the upper body. Then I want you to tuck your legs underneath. Bring yourself so you're facing your mat in the direction so you'll be completely on the mat. When you lay down, tuck your knees in, hug yourself in, and then I want you just to roll back all the way down to the ground. Take your legs, extend them out in front of you, and then I want you to just let your legs kind of open up a little bit wider. And I want you to lift your back off the floor, tuck your shoulder blades in. That allows your shoulders to touch the ground a little more easily. And then take your arms wide, palms facing up. And for just the next couple of minutes, just close your eyes. Maybe use it as a way to catch your breath. And I just want you to come in tune to your breath. Maybe take a moment to just acknowledge what the morning's been like and what you hope to get out of the afternoon, or what you can do right now to make sure the afternoon is a calmer time of day for you. Maybe you're getting excited for the weekend. So take a deep breath in, exhale. Notice the belly rise as you take the breath in. And exhale. Hopefully you're in a quiet space. I, for the most part, am. Can you hear your own breath as you lay there on the mat? Now, before we completely end our session, just for a moment, just think of one positive thing you plan to do this weekend. Something that's either for you, or maybe it is something kind and thoughtful you're planning to do for somebody else. And for the last few moments, just kind of think about that. Notice how it makes you feel. And then in your next breath, I want you to take your arms on the inhale and reach all the way up overhead. You're laying down, reaching towards the wall behind you. Get a good stretch. Now point the toes. And then gently walk your feet in. Reach around with your arms and pull your knees in towards your chest. And the same way we kind of came into corpse pose, I want you to roll yourself out with a little bit of burst of energy because you are only halfway through your day. So take behind the legs, roll yourself up. Let's bring ourselves into a seated position. You can cross your legs, take a deep breath in, reach all the way up to the ceiling. So that's a mini version of just a yoga break, something you can do whenever you feel like you're kind of losing a little bit of mobility or focus, something to just get you moving and get the blood flowing through your body. So this was the end of Wellness Week. We do still have a recipe coming up later today, so look for that. That is another recipe that you can take with you to make for lunch. Thank you very much for joining me for my classes and all the other sessions this week. And I hope everyone has a beautiful weekend. I thank you for joining me and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Farrah.
Bye, Farrah. Thank you.